What is up, everybody? Welcome on in to another Aegis Rolldown podcast. I believe this is episode 11. So it says in the title, but I wasn't fully sure. I just kind of made it up on the spot. But welcome on in. We got our guests today, Crazy Pete and JoJo Karate. But forget about JoJo. He'll come second. Pete, this is your second time on the podcast. How's it feel, man?
It was great. I mean, we can't forget about JoJo Karate. He's the one with the robe. He makes it like he's the better looking one. He's insane. So it's fun to be on here with him.
Oh,
the robe.
The robe's here. Hey, JoJo, first time. How you doing, man?
Doing great, man. I'm so stoked to be here. I really appreciate it. Yeah, we're doing good.
It feels freaking good. But guys, welcome on in. If you've never been a part of this podcast, we basically talk all things Aegis, TFT. We talk a little bit of meta news to see how things are going in set 8. We'll talk our weeklies. So we do have tournaments pretty much every single week. Take some breaks here and there, but pretty much every single week. AML, ACL, and the brand new AAL, which can't even tell you the actual name yet. You just know it's AAL. I don't think we've actually released the name. Does somebody know the name, Pete? You're laughing. Do you know the name?
I might. Give me a second. Okay. Oh, we'll come back to me, okay?
Because I mean, I know the name, but I think, I mean, I don't even know if we've fully confirmed the name.
I think it was in the.
Don't leak it if it hasn't been leaked.
Okay, I promise I won't.
Is it there? Is it on the?
I'm looking.
Oh,
you can
it
keep
is.
going.
It's Aegis Ascension League. Okay, we officially it is on. All right, cool.
You leaked it.
Here we go. I'm like, wait, have we fully said this? Yeah, so that's basically what we do. And we just hang out and have a good time. And at the end of this, we will answer any questions you guys have in chat. Drop them in there. It can be for me, JoJo, Crazy Pete, if you want to ask him anything. Go from there. But without further ado, gentlemen, how have the weeks been? Maybe outside of TFT, how have things been going?
Great. I'll tell you what, man.
Great. Pete's like, I don't know, dude.
when you guys did 7-5, I wanted to do this thing where I wanted to compete at my best. So everything outside of TFT has been amazing. I like my workouts have been good. I've been eating well, and it's just because I feel better mentally when I do those things. So shout out to you guys for getting me off my, I was being lazy and everything. I wanted to perform so bad that I took everything outside. So everything's going well, man. It feels like it's a good time right now.
That's awesome. Yeah, this week?
Crazy, yeah,
for me? Yeah, it was pretty bad, but that's okay.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I didn't know where we were going to go, but I'm like, yeah, your week sucked. Yeah,
it did. Don't take Mucinex and antidepressants. That's all I'm going to say. I learned that this week. That was really bad, so yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know if you were going to I'm like, I'll just let him go. Maybe he'll go send the fluffy, my week was good, man. My week was good. Man. On to the next guy.
I keep it real. Keep it real. I'm not going to lie, man. No. It sucked. That's fine.
Gosh.
On to the next one.
I need to hear more about this cocktail after the podcast.
I'll tell you all about it.
Yeah, about the never try cocktail we got here. JoJo, since this is your first time on here, I wanted to ask you about this. It's actually one of our first time in a real conversation together too. But you're a lifter. What Now I heard through the grapevine, were you an Olympic lifter?
Yeah, not for the actual Olympics, but Olympic weightlifting. I qualified for nationals. So yeah, I was at a pretty high level. Not the Olympics, but nationals is where then you would qualify for the Olympics, so the stage below that. Yeah, man. It was I'm getting too old to do that. My joints don't feel too good from all of that, but it was it's cool, yeah.
Did you know I was an Olympic weightlifting coach?
What?
Yeah, so I worked at the University of Michigan in the strength and conditioning department, strictly with Olympic sports, which included anyone in the area who did, Olympic lifting would come strictly to that gym and work with all the coaches. So yeah, so it's basically
man, come on.
Anyone in the half of Michigan would come to us. But we had the best strength and conditioning facilities in the nation, or in Michigan. So people from Ohio would come, people from all over Michigan would come, and it was pretty intense. got to work out with a lot of Olympic athletes there. So
I live out in Colorado Springs right now, so we're like also.
Oh, you're right next door to the best facility in the nation, one of the best in the world.
I'm not using them, but they're here.
Yeah, they're right there. They're right there. Yeah, fun fact. I didn't want to tell you that till the podcast because I've never told you that.
Oh, it's such like a niche sport. Like not a lot of people know like clean and jerk and snatch. Right? CrossFit made it big and popularized. Like that's how I got into it. I started as a CrossFit, and I was like, I really don't like this at all.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah, but I got to Olympic weightlifting from it, and then I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that anymore. I just want to be strong and lift weight and slam the barbell down. But it's such a niche sport that's like, it's amazing. That's like, I'm glad you waited until now. You got my organic.
You can actually reaction. Feel it.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, my lifters actually just got shipped to me from a friend. So we might have to talk after this too. I need to know the crazy P cocktail and, how to hit triple extension on my snatch.
There it is. There it is. We actually had, I don't know. I don't know why this story popped in my head, but it was just one of the funnier ones. We had a wrestler who was, he couldn't do a clean. He couldn't do a clean at all. And we couldn't figure it out. It took 2 years for the strength coaches to figure out why he couldn't do a clean. It was because his forearms were half an inch longer than an average forearm, which made it so, because at the elbow, it was a half an inch longer that way. So he couldn't actually hold this position naturally. The only way that he could do it is either really low or his wrist would just be breaking back there because it was a half an inch longer than it should have been for his arm length.
That's how I know that you were a good coach, because any gym I went to would have been like, just be better. They would never all the steps to find it out.
It was wild. I don't remember which strength coach found it. I think it was like the basketball strength coach found it, because everybody worked together basically. And it was just somebody eventually saw it and they're like, we have to measure this guy's forearm. Like, we have to see. Or like, why didn't anybody think of that? Because we went through like anything you could possibly think of to change this athlete's form, to help them flexibility, get them better. Nothing worked. And it came down to he physically couldn't because his forearm was too long. So we only hit snatches from that point forward. So.
Snatches is the better lift anyway. And now you gave me an excuse now. If I don't hit Challenger this set, my forearms are just an inch too.
There it is. Feels good, man. Now, Crazy P, you're a heavy lifter, right? You lift on the regular, is that correct?
I mean, I lift myself out of bed.
There you go. And you frequently do rows every morning when you open the fridge, right? It's like that rowing motion.
Yeah.
Of like, right, yeah. So, I mean, you know exactly what we're talking about here.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, you're hitting the good stuff. Oh my goodness. Anyways, all right. I'm glad we had that moment, but let's slide on in to some meta news here. Some of the good stuff. And the first question I wrote down was kind of like, how's your guys' climb going? Pete, you want to start us off here?
Oh, I'll start us off.
Yeah, you've been a little quiet, so I'm bringing you in.
Yeah, my climb's been going great. I'm platinum 1 at the moment, going for diamond here soon. Top 600 NA.
Feels good, man.
Feels really good. Learned a lot about spell slingers. Talia's sleeper. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, we leak tech here. Go ahead, leak it.
Yeah, Talia's sleeper. Itemize A&E. Sona's important. If you need more, DM me and we'll talk.
You are currently ranked 628.
Mm-hmm.
So you lost a few ranks.
In the hour, I lost my top 600 spot.
Yep.
From dinner, but it is what it is. I'll get it back.
Like 6 LP. That's
okay. That's okay. Dinner's important. True.
Jojo, how's your climb going, man?
It's going awesome. This is the most fun I've had ever playing TFT. Like, and I know that to separate the difference when like a set is new and it's shiny and it's, it's everyone's having fun. Everyone's like, this is the best set ever. I love that there's no like annoying systems that we have to play with. It kind of just feels like TFT again. The climb's been awesome and fun. It's like, yeah, I think I'm plat 2 something LP. I wanted to hit diamond before this weekend, but I was gone today. and my forearms are 1 inch too short. But but no, I'm having so much fun. I'm having like the most fun I've ever had playing TFT.
Jojo, you gotta leak some tech here because we got Saint in the chat sending he's switching his sub over to Pete here. So what's like? Give me like a little leak. What's the tech?
Oh man, if you want to just AFK and not do anything, that one Draven augment with the 55% crit, you take that every single time, and it is the easiest for it. You could walk around, do whatever you want. You could work on your snatches and clean and jerks, and you come back and you so forth.
Wait, do you
want to know? Actually,
ace? Is it 4 ace or is it mech?
No, just mech. You run, so you 3-star Draven. You don't worry about 3-star in the other supers, but you go supers just to get them on the board. You 3-star Draven. You pump levels. You throw in Leona and you throw in Set. And you walk away. You walk away. You work on those rows. You open up the fridge. You come back to free LP. I think that there's a lot of stuff that hasn't been discovered yet, and I think that most people shouldn't be afraid to like. There's a reason if you go to a lot of these tier lists, it's like Viego with Zed, Viego with Set, Viego with whoever, and then Zed with this, Zed, because there's so many different ways to play. I think a lot of these comps, at least for now, that like. If you want to try, I think I took a first place with both Nasus augments. And the lobbies, Crazy Pete was in there. Saint was in there too. Saint took 7th, I took 8th. And Crazy, I don't know what Crazy Pete, I think he got a
3rd or 2nd.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just randomly popped into the lobby together, all 3 of us. But I think I took a first with, I've been taking first with goofy stuff. So I think like if you want to kind of think outside the box, this is definitely the set to do it, at least right now.
For sure. Yeah. Saint, I hope you brought you back. Pete doesn't need your money.
Agreed.
Saint knows some text. He plays a lot of. You might know the tech.
Listen, man, maybe we gotta start subbing a Saint here. Gotta reach out to that guy. So Jojo, you brought this up a lot, and I know we're gonna talk about Aegis a ton here, but like it really does feel even in my lobby. So right now I hit P4, but even the climb up to P4 was Aegis in like every single lobby. There was somebody that I'm like, I know that guy. I've seen that guy. I know that guy. And if it wasn't Aegis, it's because I somehow got into a Casper lobby, which I'm 0-2 against, and I'm getting slapped. Like, it's one of the two. Like, if it's not an Aegis person, I'm getting destroyed by somebody. But like, Pete, have you felt that? Like, do you see Aegis just everywhere?
Yeah. I ran into Dot. I think today, it was yesterday. Ramen 2 times today. Yep. It's been a lot of just Aegis friends. Jojo was on like day 1 placements. I was like, okay, that's my friend. Let's go. So yeah, it's been fun to see people on the ladder.
For sure. Yeah, I actually saw Big Bro Keens in one of my games as he climbed and went way past me. He was not very friendly towards me. He gave me pleasantries. We dug graves together, and then he destroyed me. Wasn't as fun.
Yeah, digging graves isn't fun. No, neither is Moldiver, but we'll talk about that later.
But Jojo, is anybody like you've obviously seen a ton? Do you continually see Aegis through your games the entire time?
Yeah, I think that I said this before we got in here, but the 7.5 AML at least, because that was what I was in. I can't speak for anything else. You guys made a bunch of killers. I feel like everyone elevated each other, and it's like very easy to be motivated in you know what I mean? So everyone was like week 1, everyone was trying to get after it. I'm looking at my friends list and I'm seeing Jesus Timo and Shy Guy, and I'm like, I gotta keep up with these guys and not in like a bad competitive way. I want everyone to perform their best so that I perform my best. So you know what I mean? Like that 8 I took in the lobby with Crazy Pete, I was like, it hurt more. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, I don't want to see me like this. I got to bring everybody up. Like, but it's just like, yeah, there's a bunch of killers, and the games that we're playing, whether plat lobbies, even when I was gold, the gold lobbies, it's like you're seeing a ton of names that it's not surprising to see the Aegis guys because everyone wants it so bad. I think the 7.5 like squad that came out of that is you guys brought a bunch of TFT killers to the scene.
For sure. And I had no plans of talking about this, but just thought it'd be interesting to get your guys' perspective on it. But the Defender Cup, which is the NA esports, basically half the worlds. That's the first cup, January 14th, 15th. How many Aegis people do you think we're gonna see in that Defender Cup? Like, if you had to throw a number out there.
I'm like a little uneducated just because I was doing the AML, so I didn't get to keep up with the ACL, which I would imagine a lot of them are going to show up there, right?
So the ACL, we have a big EU scene in the ACL. So we do got guys like Keynes Cramsey, Shy Guy wasn't there, but Shy Guy was basically an honorary ACL member at this point. So, guys like Mocha were in there, and, Renegade took this. Did he take the split off? No.
He took 7.5 off.
7.5 off.
Yeah, and same with Seth.
And Seth Kaiba. Yep. Mm-hmm. So, like, those guys are kind of the peak NA, over there. But how many AML guys do you think are going to make it?
I want to say comfortably, like if I had to bet a lot of money, I would say 2, which I think is kind of a lot for what you're asking for, like that thing.
Yep.
That would be like if I was like doing a safe bet. In my head, I had 5 before. Yeah. I think that like there's not a lot of other organizations that are doing this. So I think like I'm happy to be part of like what I feel like was the beginning of it. I think you're going to see a lot of these names. The names that I said, the names that Crazy Pete said that we keep bringing up, I think these are going to be like household names in TFT.
I agree.
I really, really do.
Yeah, I fully agree. Crazy Pete, anything on that? What's your number?
It's top 160, pretty much top 200. I would say
top 200.
Are taken, right?
Just because people don't play or whatever else.
Yeah, because they can't make it to the qualify. Yeah,
correct. So top 200.
I mean, that's really high up there, but like looking right now, we have like almost 10 people from Aegis in the top 200. Yep. It's close. So my guess is it's going to stay around 10. As it keeps getting later and later, it's going to be harder to keep that. But like everyone's killing it. I'm guessing, some might have a bad week and drop out of that, but I think we'll have a good showing there. So
yeah, my number was 6. I actually think we're gonna see 6 people showing up, and I would bet 3 from AML. So I'd say 3 AML, 3 ACL are actually gonna make it, which I think is insane. The most I've ever seen is 2. So like we actually hit 6. We're like, wow, there's something in the sauce there. Something in the sauce, man.
Now everyone that didn't get picked for this is going to be crazy, right? It's going to be like 40 people from Aegis like, I'm making that comp,
right?
Or the tournament. Yeah. I mean, that's what happened before, right? Like, I feel like that's how this whole thing started. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so, because like, I don't know, they're everywhere. we're freaking everywhere. I wonder, like, I see CLE in the chat because I know like he wants to push forward if he can. Time's the factor. Like, is he actually going to make it? But like, we all saw this man on like a tournament realm, right? Like the Mortog tournament, just slapping kids. It's like, holy cow, who can all make it is gonna be pretty hype. But last question, we'll kind of move on to weeklies here. But I just want to get the set 8 as a whole because this is my feeling. But I guess we'll phrase it is, how does this set opening, so the first patch, compare with all the other set openings you've ever played? What do you think, Jojo?
Again, I'm going to just echo that this is the most fun. I've played TFT since set 1. I would say competitive, like more competitively. I've hit I would kind of hit masters and then fall off. Like I did the thing that I wanted to do. So last set was like the first set that I pushed for like GM plus, and this set I'm hitting challenger. I'm saying it, I'm hitting challenger.
Let's go.
But I think like compared to, and again, like I know it's still shiny and new and everyone's happy that it's not on PBE and we don't have to play Deja anymore. I think this is the best set. I really, really think that they didn't put themselves in a corner with some sort of system that they can't fix, right? Like some of the older sets by design were never gonna be good. They was like gonna fail. It's very hard to balance some of the other things that they put in. And I think it's not perfect yet, but it's as close to perfect as we've seen this early on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Thoughts?
It's very balanced. It's a very balanced set. You can you can top 4 with a lot of different comps, and it feels really good. There's a couple that are like consistently perform high, but it's one of the most balanced sets we've had on launch. Like I've been enjoying it a lot. I've genuinely like I doesn't feel like a grind, even when I'm competing against the top 1,000. Like it's just fun. Like I'm just having fun. If I bought 4, it doesn't feel as bad because it's like I don't know. It doesn't feel like I have to play within like this box. I can play whatever I want. So
For sure.
it's fun.
Yeah, I think for me, I think this is the best set opening since set 1. For me, like I don't think anything will ever beat set 1 for me. Just for sheer like I've never played a game like this before, and I'm like, this is amazing. I love this. I'm gonna devote the next rest of my life. It feels like, right? Like I'm like, oh, that sucks. I'm here now. I'm stuck in it. So I don't think anything will compare to that because that's like what got me into it. If set 1 sucked, I would have never been here. So I don't think so, but holy cow, this set feels, it does. It really does feel so balanced. It feels like you can play anything. It feels like you can, like you said, you can just play weird stuff. I can play whatever I want and, you know, somewhat succeed. I think, I think Pete and I kind of found this out earlier today, and I had already known it. But like, if you find yourself in a lobby with like Casper, play what's meta or get slapped. Like, there's no way around it. So like that's a little different. Is you really gotta make sure you're set in stone if you're that high. But overall, the lobbies just feel enjoyable. Like there are so many comps that I'm like, I could go this. I'm like, I'll start with this, and then if I'm like, you know what, I'm not feeling it or I'm not hitting it, it's the easiest transition ever to just be like, I hit a forecast, I can start playing that forecast. I can transition out of that forecast. I can move around. My board could switch 5 times in a game, and it wouldn't even matter. No one would ever have any idea. Whereas, like, last set, hit dragon, play dragon. You didn't hit dragon, you didn't play dragon. Sucks to suck.
Yep.
Or play Ezreal reroll and just not worry about dragons.
Reroll is still playable now, though. That's another one. If you get the Ezreal augment that it stacks as soon as he casts a spell, he gains attack speed. That is another. That's another Draven one. You go, you do your rose in the fridge, you chill. That's an easy top 4. That comp is a lot of fun.
I haven't played it yet because I haven't hit it. How many augments are there in the game? We know the answer, but
2 for each unit, plus whatever else, right?
Give me a second. I can get you the exact number.
And I don't know how many units there are. Yeah, we'll wait on Pete to snag it.
It's gonna be a little bit, so keep talking.
Take your time.
I got the doc.
All right, stalling with anything. No. Yeah, I mean, I just think like it's hard to play every single augment. It's like I think that's also tough with stats, which I think is nice right now because it just goes based off feeling. Like, I look at it and I'm like, I think this is going to be good, and I think I can play around this and figure it out. And I just hope that it's like Riot has done their job and it's good enough, right? Like, and I think that's kind of cool. And as long as they've done their job, and so far it feels like they've done it. I mean, I know there are augments that I'm like, never playing that again. Like, that was hot garbage. But like, for the most part, I'm like, yeah, I can play that. Like, yeah, that'll work. We can figure this out, and then like going from there. And I think that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's 118 different hero augments.
That's insane.
So it's super cool. I love them personally. Like the flexibility that it gives. When I'm like starting off a game, I'm thinking of going one route. I have a bunch of mascots. I have a 2-star Alistar by like 2/6, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. 3/2 comes along. All of a sudden, Alistar's my carry. And I'm laughing as Alistar's headbutting, like pulverizing the floor and dealing thousands of damage, like just unkillable. Like it's fun stuff. It creates good memories, and I love this set. It's a lot of fun.
Pete, do you think this is gonna be your favorite set ever?
It might be my favorite set ever. I mean, to be honest, I was a casual player, set 1 through like pretty much 6.5. Like I would be like, I was a normie. I'd play like under 100 games, under 40 games usually. I'd just like play till I was like, okay, I kind of figured out like what was fun. And then Dragons came along. I try-harded. And so it's kind of nice not having like a big old unit. It was hard to like adjust. Like putting Rammus or Cho'Gath in, I'm like, oh, he takes up 2 slots. Nope, he doesn't. I'm still have PTSD, so.
Do you miss Dragons?
No, I don't. Deja. I miss Deja. That's it. But Talia is like the same, so.
I think I miss Dragons. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I like Dragons as like a design. Playing it was awful. Like playing it was terrible. I hated playing it. But like, I don't know, I almost miss like the aesthetics of Dragons. Like I kinda miss it a little bit. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, thank goodness these garbage units are out of the game. Like, I was so done with seeing that crap.
That's fair.
So done with it. Like, oh, I 2-started a dragon and it's Ao Shin, and now I just wipe your entire board with 1 cast. Fun.
Feels great, man.
But it's fun if you hit it. It's not fun if it hits you.
Not the other way. Yeah, I agree though. I think we're all on the same page. This set is freaking amazing. Speaking of set, our first, I guess, tournament weekly, the whole 9 yards that we're going to have on set 8, is actually going to be our weekly starting off. That's going to be on Thursday. We're back with the weeklies Thursday. It's going to be hype. Make sure you guys sign up for that in Challenger mode. Show us some love there. But if you're like, nah, I'm not feeling that. I want a little bit more competition. These weeklies, they're weak sauce. I want to play in a real tournament. Well, we got the tournament for you. It is the charity tournament. If you guys want to play, there's still slots open. So jump on in there. If you're thinking, I want to get some good stuff, I want to get some good games in, jump on into the charity tournament. Sign on up. It's in the Discord. Would love to have you guys there. But that's going to happen the exact same day. We're going to be live on this channel with the charity stream. These 3 faces that you see right here, we are going to be your unbelievably unintelligent analyst-esque. We'll have no idea what's going on. Things are going to be happening. We're gonna know nothing, and we're probably going to talk about Lawrence getting pied in the face, I hope.
Yep.
There will be no TFT talk coming from us. We'll leave that to the casters. We are here to meme. We are here to talk about pie in the face. And we are here to put on robes, probably. So that's right. We're prepared. So make sure you guys are hanging out for the charity stream. It's gonna be a lot of fun. The whole team's putting in a lot of work for this, and there's gonna be a lot of fun faces out there. So if you guys aren't gonna be a part of it, show up to it. And if you want to be a part of it, sign up because we got spots available. But speaking of the analyst desk, who did I go to first last time? Did I go to you, JoJo?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Go to JoJo.
We'll
go to JoJo. He's better looking.
All right, we'll go to JoJo.
Yeah.
But how do you feel, man? Being on the first, this is the first ever analyst desk that I've ever actually seen outside of a Worlds competition. How does that feel?
I mean, I'm so stoked to do it. It's going to be so much fun. I love the charity. It's very close to my heart. I really love the charity that To Write Love on Our Arms. I ordered some gear from them. Hopefully I get it by then so I can rock some of their stuff.
Nice.
On the stream. It's going to be so much fun. And I think that like what Aegis is doing, it's the format for the pros in TFT right now is like, it's not for the people, and this most certainly is. I can't wait to donate all of my money to get rid of, as soon as people pick the hero augment, I'm making them sell it.
There it is. You love to see it, man.
I'm emptying out my bank account. It's a good cause. Like, it's a good charity, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch TFT kind of be goofy with some of like the better players that we see, right? Like, there's good players in that lobby, and I am sabotaging all of them for a good cause.
Absolutely, as you should sabotage them. I love it. I think this event's gonna be pretty hype. Pete, thoughts?
I think it's dope. I'm just excited to hang with the homies on the analyst desk, watch Lawrence get pied in the face and laugh.
I hope so. Please.
And then
as many as we can.
Yeah, exactly. And past that, it's just for a good cause. So I'm pumped. It's always a good time. So
for sure. And speaking of Lawrence getting pie in the face, we got some rankings up here. So these are the this is what we have for oh my goodness, where's my brain at? Basically, for the charity event, we're gonna have tournament organizers, me, and these guys that are also on here, plus professionals. This is like Crazy Pete, JoJo, and whoever's in chat. You guys are all the pros, teaching us actually how to play. But we're gonna be partnered up, and the pros get all the in-game stuff. They're gonna get their boards sold. They're gonna get units sold. Things are gonna be terrible for them. They're gonna have to figure out how to deal with that. Us, not as much. We're going to get pied in the face and have to figure out how in the world do we play with these challenger players, which none of us know how to do. But having said that, and you can see kind of the look here. But my first question to you guys is, now that we're on the Lawrence, is Lawrence going to top 4 a single game in this tournament?
Yes.
Is Pete going first here?
Pete, you say yes?
He has 61.1% top 4 rate. It's happening.
You think so?
For his eyes. He might have eyes that are bloodshot from cream.
He's silver 1.
No, it's okay. I believe in Lawrence.
You think so?
Yes.
What was your top 4 rate in silver 1? Do you know?
Until I hit platinum, I had over 70% top 4 rate.
Okay. Jojo, what are your thoughts? Is he getting top 4 one?
Just say yes. I have to, because you know why? Lawrence had no idea who I was.
Yes.
Just saw me playing in the AML last set 5 or 7-5. And I was like the dark horse in the middle, and he believed in me. So, Lawrence, I believe in you. I believe that you can top 4 at least one of these games with a face full of pie.
I don't think he's going to top 4 a single game. I want to throw it out there. I don't think Lawrence top 4s a single game with this lineup of people. I think he bot 4s every one of them. I love Lawrence.
No. He's got it. I believe in him.
Oh, I think he bot 4s. Because we won't have CLE. CLE not going to be able to make it. Protroid will probably be on the cast, but we got your boy Boyses, who can't be out here, because he's TOing and stuff. We got B-Pots, who's a legend in his own right. We got, if I can make it over here. Here we go. We got Silver Mad King. If you guys don't know who Silver is unbelievably good. He's the best player we have at Aegis. Not even close. Swinging on over. We got Yui chilling out over here. Yui's kind of that dark horse. She's got the 66.7. Do you think is that good enough for you? It's only 6 games though.
Oh, she's got it. I mean, how dare you not believe in Lawrence though? You've played in the PBE with us. Like, his Gangplank reroll slaps, and you're about to get slapped by his Gangplank reroll if you're in this. I hope you know. Oh yeah, I've been slapped by his Gangplank reroll. I sit there and I'm like, how is this Gangplank doing so much damage? Oh, it's Lawrence piloting it. Everything makes sense now. He's so good at it.
Well, when I spend 20 bucks for him to... Oh, no. I can't spend it for him to sell it, right?
No. You can spend it for him to sell a unit.
It's going to be Gangplank.
So kind of, yeah.
I gotta let him have it. I got to root for him. Like I said, he had mine back. I got to have his.
That's
I still want
funny.
to get hit with a pie, though.
He will get hit with a pie. Yeah, I like that. And I'm P1. I'm kind of in the middle. But it's to be determined if I'm going to play. Not sure yet. We'll see how the lobbies kind of roll out here. I have no idea. 1, if I'm going to play. 2, who my partner's going to be. Especially because I was told, I get an opportunity to choose, and we'll see if I get an opportunity to draft my pick. But, Pete and I had this heart-to-heart discussion that if I had the opportunity, I would pick Pete. I told him that straight up. If I had the chance, I would pick Pete. Unless we had somebody like Shy Guy in there, I'm picking Shy Guy. I'm not messing around, dude. I'm picking Shy Guy. I'm looking over here. I'm like, maybe Ramen wants to play. I'm picking Ramen.
Hey, what if I have more LP during your pick?
Okay, I'll pick you.
Okay.
If you can beat out Shy Guy, LP wise,
crap. That's not
I'm
happening.
picking you. If
That's
you
not
make that happen.
No, I have work, man. That's not happening.
Yeah, if you make that happen, I'm in. I'll pick you.
Well, have fun picking Shy Guy. I'll be here all by
Shy
myself.
Guy, if you're in chat,
Actually,
man.
I got JoJo. Yeah, screw you, Honey Bear. Jax player.
You're just gonna make your own.
Yeah, I got JoJo.
There it is. Who's gonna be the Aegis guy? Who's getting pied in the face? Who's selling units?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I'm just kidding. This is actually happening. All right. You know what? I don't know. You can't pie JoJo's face. I don't think you can. JoJo, we're selling all your units. Pete, you're pieable.
That's fair. I saw that one coming.
And pie me. It's for a good cause. I'll have multiple pies from every direction. I'll have an empty board.
There it is. You can love to see it, man. We'll slide on out of weeklies, dive on into AML, ACL, AAL, the Aegis essentially brand new league. And I kind of want to first, I didn't actually bring you guys up with this, but I kind of want to talk about the AAL to start off with this. Like, one, you know, you guys know it's a below Masters League, right? So it's diamond and below. What do you think of that? How do you actually think like it's going to come out? Do you think players are going to improve from it? What kind of are your opening thoughts with the AAL starting off here?
I always wait to see who goes first.
I should pick. You know, Crazy Pete, go. I picked JoJo too many times. Go. Hey, you're on the spot, man.
Good.
Come
on. AAL, I think it's really good. I think that having a straight Challengers League, Masters to Grandmasters, and then Diamond and below really fosters a place for people to really grow and improve. And there's not as much of a, I don't want to say nerves, but like, I think like picturing like, okay, words, Pete, use words. Okay. So 7 and set 7, I was like hard stuck diamond till the very end, right? And if I was supposed to compete against Masters players when I'm just barely learning and I'm like diamond 4, like I'm gonna be peeing my pants loading into those games, you know? And so honestly, like having a system where everyone's kind of learning together and they're all close and as far as rank really fosters like competitive growth and a higher rate in my opinion. And so I'm really excited to see the AL be created, and I'm even more excited to see some of my students like compete in the AAL, as it also is a really good intro to just learning competitive TFT, which is really fun. So,
for sure, JoJo, what are your thoughts?
I think it's great. I think it's I'm gonna look right into the camera when I say this. If you want to get better at TFT, sign up for something that these guys are doing. Personally, before the AML, I played one of the weeklies. And I instantly just cared more about it. The AL, obviously, there's going to be a big skill gap between someone that's bronze and diamond. But if you want to improve, if you have any goal to improve in TFT, just look at what everyone did in the last AML. It doesn't really matter. Going into some of these lobbies when I was on ladder, I was going against Masters and GM players, and I didn't care because I was playing against the Shy Guy on a weekly basis, and he was Challenger. I don't want to play against people that are better than me because that's not a good way to improve. I don't want to play against people that I'm better than because that's not a good way to improve. I want to play in lobbies that I get smoked in. So I think it's great that it's all inclusive. I think it's great that this, you know, you have the Challenger League and now Masters and GM and then Diamond and below. And if you're bronze or iron or anything in the game and you're like, well, I don't want to play against Diamond players, play against them. One, they'll be the first person to help you out. The amount of like assistance that I've gotten from all of the guys, especially Crazy Pete, and Crazy Pete makes this Discord channel. Now we're all in it and labbing stuff together. It's like I instantly got better just from competing. And that's something that I took from like the sports world, right? Like just compete. It doesn't matter if you win. It's going to be fun and you will. I guarantee you will get better. If you don't, your money back from JoJo Karate. I'll give you your money back. Like, you will definitely improve, no matter where you're at. So I think it's great that there's now the AAL where like someone that's just getting into TFT and maybe wants to compete a little bit can compete with people that might be better than them, but you're going to get better. If your goal is to hit something on the ladder, just do this as a means to get there. It's like, it's a very, very easy way to improve just because of all of the aspects of this.
Fully agree. While you're on the roll here, I'm going to ask you this. Do you think these leagues, the ones at Aegis, plus all the other leagues, leagues from Boises and all the other leagues that are around, do you think this is the future of Pro TFT? Or at least making it to the Pro TFT ladder?
Absolutely. I think the more that the more shy guys we have, and like, that's crazy. I didn't know. That's crazy. Crazy Pete. I didn't know that you had only hit, you were hard stuck diamond that, I want to say, that close, like that recently, right? Like, that's insane. So I think that the more Aegis guys and gals that compete and do well, first off, it's gonna be recognized. I feel like people are gonna start to recognize the level of competition here, and I think it's really good for TFT. I think, again, the way that Worlds runs, and if that's the only competition that TFT has, it's like not very inclusive. It's the opposite of all the things I just said. It's like impossible to even do that. And now here, like, they're gonna know who we are. Like, for sure, they're going to know who we are, and they're going to see names like the Crazy Pete Shy Guy, JoJo Karate, all the guys I'm looking at from the stats leaderboards that Crazy Pete sent before this. Like, these names are going to be household names, and it's just going to make it's going to make it better. You're going to see more organizations come out and try to be like the next Aegis, and I think that's good too. You know what I mean? Yes. Like, people are going to look at you, Honey Bear, and they're going to say, I want to do what that guy's doing and what Lawrence was able to do and the whole staff was able to do for. I think it's going to be on a player base, on a coaching base, and also on like an organization base. I think it's, I'm so happy and fortunate to be a part of it. Yeah.
I really hope people see this, and like, obviously we don't want people to steal from us, but if the esport is going to grow, I think this is extremely necessary and it has to happen. Like, there's not a, oh, it could happen and the esport will still grow. No, I think it has to happen. I mean, look at League of Legends and the fact that everybody and their grandmother has a League of Legends league. Even like all of our TOs, Lawrence, tournament organizer, the owner of Aegis, Ivar, Benjamin's, like a lot of these guys that are in Aegis, they just play in League of Legends leagues in other organizations just because like they set up good leagues, so we're gonna play them. We don't play in our own leagues, for a conflict of interest, but like, we want to play. Like, we want to play, and people have the league set up, and I think you can take that format and just be like, why not? TFT has a unbelievably massive player base. It dwarfs the League of Legends player base. It's not even close. If anybody didn't know, it's not even close. And it's like, where are leagues? Come on, let's start them up. Like, start them up. We're gonna do them better, but feel free. Like, give me the. I need a little brother here. I need a little brother. Pete.
Hey, I'll be your little bro.
No, you're big bro. You're big.
I don't know about that.
I gotta cut you off because I did make bro status in the Discord today. In the Discord today, I made little bro, but I'll take it. It's bro status. I made it. It's like an echelon. It's like, oh, it's just Honey Bear to, oh, what's up, little bro? I'm like, I've done it. I made play. I got little bro title. I'm in here. I'm in here.
Yes.
Like, nobody's been hyped to get today. Little bro in their lives. I'm like,
I get called little bro and I get that like, I'm gonna become big bro one day. And then you're over here like, let's go, little bro. I got it.
I had to take a moment to mute my mic so I can just be like, yeah.
Yes. No, I think so. Coming from like the normie standpoint recently of like how I didn't really play competitive TFT until set 7, and then going from like low gold to masters in one set in set 7, and then 7.5, like really taking advantage of everything Aegis offered as far as like weeklies, AML, and then just the community. it really increased my growth. Like I wouldn't have hit GM without Aegis. I wouldn't have had the drive to hit GM. And I wouldn't have made all the friends I do that continue to help me improve. Like there's no way I would ever be pushing for challenger this set. Or like that's my goal. Or even have that goal in mind without Aegis. So I think it's a really great. I think it is this is how we make the esport for TFT. This is how we drive increase in players and then also foster growth. And I think it's awesome what you guys are doing. So happy to be a part of it.
Now, Pete, you are playing in the AML. Is that right?
Yes, I am.
You want to tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I snowboard a lot in the winter, so I wasn't gonna do AML. Because like every week I'm out with the fam. Grape TFT, my good friend. He's a World of Warcraft nerd, which is awesome. Props to him. I think that's sick. And he wanted more time just for life plus that and didn't want to play as much TFT. So we teamed up. The Crazy Grape is hitting AML hard. We're going to stomp it.
And I've never heard that.
The Crazy Grape. That's our team name. The Crazy Grape. The Crazy Grape. So we're coming for it. We're coming for it. And on top of that, super cool. We got reached out to by my good friend Protz. He's Team Ambition. So me and Grape are going to be sponsored in AML. So TA, the Crazy Grape, is happening and it's going to be sick. And I'm honestly really excited to go 50-50 on AML and just have someone that we just bounce ideas off and we both improve together to do well in the tourney and like the league. I think that's going to be so fun. Having someone to just like a wingman of sorts to where we both improve and we work as a team. So I'm pumped. It's going to be so fun.
For sure. And there are still spots left if anybody wants to get sponsored by them.
Yes.
So check the Discord. It's in Aegis Discord, TFT. You can check that. They have a link. They get everything. Reach out to those guys. If you're AML, ACL, anywhere on there and you want to get sponsored. Mm-hmm. So
they're looking to fill out the roster. So
check it out. Reach out.
Join Team Admission. It would be sick.
Don't just join it to join it though. Make sure you look at it. Read. I know it's TFTers. We don't read. Read the stuff. Figure out where
Put
you want to be.
Put some ambition into it, okay? That's how you make the team. Jeez. Yeah.
Know where you want to go. A lot of esports teams being created right now for TFT. So make sure you do your research on these teams. Team Ambition is a great one. We like them here. So feel free to join them, but make sure you're doing your research. You know, this is the team I want to be a part of. So make sure. I don't know. We don't read as TFTers though.
No, TFTers don't read.
Who the heck reads? Yeah, I mean, anything else wanna hash out for AML, ACL, AAL? Moving forward, Jojo, are you doing AML or ACL?
No, I'm not doing AML. This is when we go to the high roll and low roll. I'm going to talk more about this.
All right, on to the next one.
No.
Anyways, shoot, where the heck are we? We're on Aegis Awards. All right. Good transition, Jojo. Jojo, hit me with your low roll so we can all cry and then move on to the high roll.
My low roll is that I won't be doing AML set 8. I really wish it could be Crazy Grape Karate, but unfortunately, exactly what Crazy Pete said is I snowboard a lot in the winter. I just bought the Epic Pass. It's like $1,000. I have to be on the mountain on the weekends or else it's crazy. So my goal for this set will be to do ACL on 8.5. That's what I want to do. I'm going to be on the ladder a ton. It's not like I'm going to play less TFT. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be playing way more TFT than I've ever played before. But it really it was such a bummer when I bought the pass and I just can't. I live out in Colorado, so I'm surrounded by every awesome mountain that's out here. I literally got back from snowboarding 20 minutes before we did this podcast. And just the weekends are shot for me. But during the week I'll be here. So 8-5
Feels
ACL
good,
is where
man.
it's gotta be. Yeah.
It's a feels bad, feels good.
Yeah.
That's
It's not
what
too
that
bad.
is.
It's a medium roll. It's
Yeah.
not the lowest of rolls.
Yeah, that's what feels bad, feels good, man, for sure. Pete, you got a low roll?
Yeah, it was today. You were there for it.
Oh no! I know what this is.
Yeah. So I'm doing ranked. All of a sudden, I queue up. Casper's in my lobby for some odd reason. He's GM right now. Like, what the freak? And I'm panicking. I'm sweating and crying and all of this.
He's
I have a-
272 LP, rank
Yeah.
1 by 100 LP. He's rank
Like-
1 by 100.
It's crazy.
Nice.
Anyways, so he's in the lobby. We have a Masters player, and then the rest is pretty much Diamond, and then there's little old me in Platinum. I'm like, what am I doing here? Why am I here? Anyways, we play the game. We're killing it. It was a good game. I felt really good about it. But I rolled it down. Once the last stand procced, I was fighting for I was top 6 at that point. And I rolled 60 gold on 8. Didn't hit a single Viego. I had 6 Renegade in. Life was good. But never got Viego 2. And went 6th. That could have been a first if I hit Viego 2. So that was a little depressing. But you know what? That's okay. So that was my low roll. Not being able to show Casper what's up. But maybe someday, man.
Feels hyper bad, and I don't want to rub salt in the wound. But you dropped like 30 ranks just being on this podcast. So
That's fair. That's okay, man.
just being on the podcast, you dropped like 30 ranks.
I'll make it back
you
in
actually dropped out of top 1,000. I refreshed to see what Casper's rank was. And
I was top 1,000. It felt so good. I got a new roll. I got a new roll. It's you saying those stats while we're on the podcast.
That's what it is. Feels bad, man. Yeah, ranks are just dropping like crazy right now.
Honey Bear, what number are you, man? Just curious.
You know, I'm up there. Actually, I don't. You know what? Let me check. Actually,
okay, let's see it.
real talk. Let's see where I'm at here. All right, hang on. I'm pulling it up. I am ranked
you, though. You are doing good.
4,501. So take that, Pete. Get out of here.
You showed me. My bad, man.
You're 1 inch longer. You'd be fucking top 500.
I'd be freaking in it.
They just yeah, I have heard about the gadgetine bug flow. We'll talk about that after at the questions portion. I have a story. I was in that guy's lobby. So.
For sure. Yeah, I think my low roll of the week is not being at Summit. I'm gonna be honest. I have such FOMO not being at Summit right now. I'm just staring at it like, oh gosh, like I've had to turn it off because I'm like, I want to be there. I wish I could be there. I watched Lawrence in the background of the stream the other day, just kind of hanging out. He was hanging out with all the pros by the couch, eating some pizza or tacos, whatever they were eating. I'm like, I could be there too. So, and obviously watching Boys like talk on the stream and be the whole like absolute boss that he is feels really cool. I'm like, man, big FOMO over here. I'm like, I wish I was as cool as those guys. Which is why Lawrence isn't here. So instead of Lawrence, you got Crazy Pete. And then JoJo is going to be here no matter what. JoJo was the guest. And then Crazy Pete just happens to be Lawrence today. They look the same. They got glasses. Whatever. It's the same.
I don't have dog, but that's okay.
Do you have cat?
No.
Do you have like sister? I don't know.
Yeah, I have a sister, but she's in Utah right now, so I don't know. Could bring brother in, but that's just kind of weird. Yeah,
this is my brother. This is my contribution to the pet stream. I mean, IRL little bro, or are you little bro?
IRL little bro.
Oh man.
No, I'm big bro, but I can bring in my IRL little bro. I'm the oldest.
JoJo, high roll. What do you got?
Want to be cheesy, but here it comes. I have to say, being on this podcast right now, I want to say, being on the podcast right now, the fact that we have the week coming up, so Thursday, right? We'll be on the analyst desk, and just the overall state of where TFT is right now. It is I know that like the WoW expansion came out, Hearthstone expansion. It's a good time to be a gamer in general. There's a lot of good stuff that's out there. But man, if you're a TFT fan or ever wanted to get into TFT, now is definitely the set. I just think the health of the community and it's just getting better. So yeah, but it would start with this. I was very, very excited to be on here. So yeah, I appreciate it. This is viral, yeah.
Pete, what do you got, man?
Right now, so there's two, if that's okay. Yep. There's one TFT related, and then there's one that's not. Okay, cool. So the TFT related one, Shy Guy, my man, he is almost hitting Masters in less than 60 games. He's Diamond 1 right now in less than 60 games. So this man's on fire. Like, that's some sleeper stats. He's killing it. Super cool to watch him kill it. And I'm like, I know that guy. He's my friend. Let's go. The non-TFT related one, this week, the Game Awards, so many good games were announced. Like Hades 2, The Last of Us is coming to PC, like Remnant from the Ashes 2. Like, I'm so stoked as just like a gamer. And then as well, like TFT came out, like Set 8, like it's such a good time to be a nerd, man. So it's pretty hype. That's my high rolls.
Feels good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so mine are kind of in the same tier. So I love stalking people. You know, I want to stalk everybody I can. Not creepy, just the way it is. TFT wise, I want to check out your accounts at all times. So I've been stalking anybody I can from Aegis and just watching where you guys are going. And you know, so big shout out to like all Aegis. I know we've talked about this a lot. We're actually, as a community, killing it. We're actually absolutely crushing it. So if you're out there and you think like, they don't know who I am, they don't see me, we're looking. I feel like we're everywhere. We are in the ranked ladders. We are searching for you. So it's hype to see everybody climbing up there. Two people I want to shout out is kind of like my high roll is just the pleasure of watching them perform is Expired and August. Gold Daddy, rest in peace, Gold Daddy is a name. He name changed to August, and what a mistake. Anyways,
he'll be Gold Daddy in our hearts forever.
He's Gold Daddy forever. I don't know if like this is the only time I'm actually gonna call him August. He's Gold Daddy. So Gold Daddy and Expired. I believe neither one of them have ever hit Masters, and they are really hard pushing for Masters right now and above. To make it as far as they possibly can, try to make it into the ACL, try to make it into the world's qualifier tournaments. And it's just so cool to watch them, the grind that they're on, the trial that they're putting themselves through. They're both right around the top 1,000, and they've been in the top 1,000 their entire climb, which if you don't realize how hard that is to actually do, that is Grandmaster. So if you're in the top 1,000, you are in Grandmaster. Regardless of what your rank actually is, that is the status that you have been given, essentially. And so to be able to never hit Masters before and compete with these Grandmaster Challenger players again and again and again and again for over 100 games for the both of them, it's like, that's insane, and they should be extremely proud of the accomplishment that they've had so far. Having never even come close to that. So really well done. I know there are a ton of other people I want to shout out, talk about, but those two in particular, just well done on your climb. And I really hope to see them push forward, as well as, everybody from Aegis. So that's my feels good high roll of the week. So agreed. Feels great, man. Question and answers. If you guys have never been a part of this podcast, or you just didn't think about it and you're like, I didn't write a question down, let me jot a question down real quick. Feel free to pop the questions into the Twitch chat. We'll grab them, we'll answer them, we'll talk about them. They can be for all three of us. They can be about the meta, they can be about anime, they can be about lifting, they can be about Crazy Pete's hairstyle. They can be about anything you want them to be. Whatever. Let us know. But Pete, so go ahead with the first one here.
Yeah, Flowlet. Yes, I've heard about the Gadgeteen bug. I don't know how people are doing it. I don't want to know how people are doing it. But the guy who kind of piloted it, like made that movement and made it people aware, he's in my game yesterday. donated 10 LP, minus 10 LP to the cause to get him reported. And he should be getting banned. But yeah, it's crazy to see people like having, like, they're not even running Gadgettine and their entire team is just stacked with Gadgettine items. I cried facing him because I got knocked out, and it was upsetting to someone bug abuse, ruin 10 LP, but hey, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, have you seen it, Jojo?
No, I actually have no idea what this bug is.
So I don't know how they're doing it, but like essentially they're making Gadgettine items permanent.
So it's not even like they're getting like good items. That's crazy. I have to we're gonna patch that very, very soon.
For sure.
And Mortog talked about it. They're patching it in the B patch. So it'll be, I mean, obviously it's tough because like Mortog's out right now. But they wouldn't do a patch right now anyways. So it's like it'll be patched out in the B patch.
You probably can't have nice things. If you're listening to this, don't do that.
You will get banned. If you do that, you will get banned. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Do not do this bug. If you see a bug, do not abuse it. Like, unless it is widely known, like, what was it? The, oh, goodness. Last set, the 20 mana, Vladimir. The Vladimir 20 mana bug. If you see something like that, you have to play it. Everyone's playing it. They didn't disable the unit from the game. Those are fair. But if it is pure game breaking, don't touch it. Like, actively teach yourself to not do this. And if you do it on accident, stop it immediately. Sell your board. Going 8th is better than getting your account deleted.
It should be that way, right? You still have your pride is still there. Yeah.
Like, get out of here.
Don't be that guy. We hate you if you're that guy.
Don't be that guy. But if you actually do know the bug, please actually DM me about this bug, because I need to make sure that if it's not out in the B patch, we can talk about it for the weeklies, because it's important to talk about. So if you do actually know about it, please DM me the list of how you do it, so I can make sure that I am knowledgeable for the tournaments coming up. So, because like Pete, I have no idea how to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't care to do it. I need to have the knowledge so I can ban people that do it.
He secretly wants to do it. He's going from Jack's player to bug abuser real quick.
Absolutely. I'm getting the Masters any way possible. No, you know what? I am. And Pete, we haven't brought this up once. I'm shocked. They didn't bring this up. So personally, I think if you're doing an Ashe reroll comp, you're a degenerate. If you're Ashe rerolling, what are you doing? Like, how dare you? But on the flip side of that, if you want to join the Cool Kids Club, if you want to be a part of the prestige, the elegant, the people who sip tea with their pinkies up, and everybody wants to be like them, join the Jacks Club. Absolutely. Slam Jacks every single game. Don't care what people say. Join the club. Maloney headlining it. Mash up Maloney. The man, the myth, the legend. He's the face of it. I'm the mascot. I'm kind of the backup guy. Be a part of the Jacks Club. How about you
just don't do that. Okay, look. Ashe Renekton reroll is viable. And if you're hard forcing it every game, yeah, screw you. But if you're playing it when the game gives you it, you're just a good player. Like, you're playing what the game gives you. And if the game gives me Ashe Renekton reroll, I'm gonna play Ashe Renekton reroll. It is what it is.
What if the game gives you Jax?
The game hasn't so far. You saw it. I played Mech Draven when the game gave me it. Did I love it? No. Did I take it? Yes. I played what the game gave me.
It hurt your soul.
But I'm not gonna sit here and just do Jax reroll every game 2020. That's not it, man.
That's it.
That's not it.
That's the play.
No, it's not.
Jojo, are you a dirty Jax or Ashe abuser?
No, neither of those, but I am most certainly a dirty Draven abuser.
There you go.
And you know what? We had all the alphas and the Chads coming in. There's no more Chad pick than going Draven reroll. Like, his whole kit and like his character in League is like he's the alpha Chad. So Come to Team Draven. I'll teach you guys the way. And you guys, like I said, you AFK half the time. You want to walk the dog in the middle of a game? You can do that and still top 4.
Okay,
it, man.
Now I'll promote my team. Come to Team Talia, Spell Slingers, Annie Tank. I'll teach you all the ins and outs, itemization, team comp, all of it. That's my team. We're not doing none of these other like Draven or we're not mech abusers, okay? we don't like big thing go boom. We do the cool things over here. So come join us.
I need big things go boom. I mean, I miss the dragons. I need big things. I need big things do damage. That's what I need. Changing the topic a little bit, but I wanted to address this. And it's not really a question. It's more of a statement from Skip over here. I kind of wanted to get you guys' thoughts on it as we're wrapping down here. But typical viewer judges player skill by how famous a streamer is. The player, or how famous a streamer the player is, rather than how good tournaments result he has. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Pete, you said agree. Go ahead with it if you got a thought on it.
So Solely TFT, he's one of my people I look up to a lot. He doesn't actually stream all that much, but he made it to regionals, and it was really cool to make it in his games this week. I beat him twice this week. I'm 2 for 2 with Solely TFT, but he's a great player. He made it to day 2 NA regionals, and he has like sub 100 followers on Twitch. And he's a very good player, but no one, like, whenever I told people like, yo, I was in Solely TFT's game, everyone's like, who? And I think that's really sad for you to be like one of the best players and competing with the best, and no one knows who you are because you don't stream. It's really sad. But hey, perks of that, like, I added him, he accepted it, and we're best of buds now, hopefully. So that's a dub. But honestly, I think that's very true. There's a lot of good talent that just we don't know about because they don't stream. So,
Jojo, any thoughts on it?
I love this topic. I think, well, for 2 reasons. I think, yes, I think it's absolutely correct. There's an unfortunate amount of people that are very, very good at the game that either don't stream like Crazy Pete said or don't stream to a lot of people. I also think that playing in a tournament format is completely different than playing in the ladder. So you're going to have players that excel more in a tournament setting than they would on the ladder. And the last thing I think is it's really, really hard to judge a player's skill set or how good they are at the game if they're streaming to the masses. So it's like, because they don't really have time to break down what they're doing. So I'll echo what Crazy Pete said too. Some of my favorite streamers to watch and learn are ones that are only streaming to a dozen or a couple dozen people, because you can hop into their chat, ask them questions. They're going to engage with you. You're going to learn a lot more from that. Not saying that Soju or some of these bigger players aren't good. I think Soju is one of the best players in the world, really. But it's really hard to learn from his stream. It's hard to judge how good a player is when they're not talking about the decisions that they're making, and they're just making them and saying Pog Champ and whatever else, like all the Twitch lingo. It's like, it's hard to judge how good of a player is. So I would say that is absolutely right, but I would say kind of the opposite is also true sometimes. Like Soju's a good example. I think he's better than most people give him credit for, and people give him a lot of credit. When you see him try hard and he really went for it at Worlds, he slumps down in his chair and you could only see half of his face. And I think he's one of the better players. It's just really hard when you can't break down their mental process and they're not talking about the things that they're making, because that's kind of how I would judge a player, right? Like, they might make objectively the wrong move or lose the game, but there's 8th places that you're just going to take 8th. The best players in the world take 8th, right? Like, it happens. If they talk about how they're getting there, then
I moved your camera like Soju, so I just had your eyes for some of it.
Crazy P gave me the hack. I didn't want to look at myself the entire time, so I have a text document that's covering my face. You could have put someone else there, and I would have no idea.
I do the same thing.
Did I just get bamboozled? Crazy Pete set me up to cover my cam so I wouldn't see you.
No, he could have done the same thing to me, and I wouldn't have known.
Wait, Pete, did you tell him to cover your camera?
Yeah, with the notepads. You don't stare at
Maybe
yourself.
I'm wild. I don't know. I stare like at myself. Like it's to the point to where like, I mean, you guys can see, I'm just gonna tell you my slight streaming OCD because I want to be good at what I do, right? Like there is more chair on this side of my face than this side of my face, and I'm like, I gotta shift. Like I gotta shift. I gotta figure this out. Like I don't really do that like every time, but there are things that I'm like, I catch and I'm like, I gotta fix this. I have to look at it. But anyways, on the actual topic here,
I keep moving the notepad to make sure like I don't have like a booger in my nose or something, but then I move it right back because I'm like, I'm looking at myself too much right now. Like, it's distracting.
That's funny. You'll get used to it. Just stare at yourself.
Great tip, Pete. That was.
But anyways, on the same topic, I fully agree with both of you guys. But you know, like, take somebody like I haven't streamed in a long time, but like I have more followers, and this is not like a shout out to me or a dumb on somebody else, but like I have more followers, or at least did for a long period of time than Scipius, who gave this question or posed this thing. Scipius won the golden spatula. I troll myself to sleep over here, trying my best to play TFT. This man won the golden spatula. What? What do people want? Like, how much more do you want than that? Right? Like, if I'm going to learn TFT, I flip on Scipius' stream. I flip on, like, saw him in the chat just now. I flip on Andrew's stream. I want to learn from these players. Like, yes, I do watch Soju. I watch a lot of the bigger streamers. But if I'm really trying to learn, I'm watching these guys. I'm watching Ixula, who's out here. I think he's streaming right now to probably like 10 people, 13. It's like, but then you'll get people who are streaming to thousands and thousands and are not as good as Ixula. Ixula was rank 1 in EU West. Like, people are like, I'm trying to hit Masters today, and they got 4,000 viewers. It's like, watch this man if you're trying to get better. Like, go somewhere else. And yeah, people do see that, like, okay, this streamer is one of the best because they're a big streamer. Like, I don't know, Milk is one of the best. Milk is a great freaking player, but he's one of the best because he's a big streamer. Taco Bell Wi-Fi slaps Milk. Slaps him. Who in the heck has ever been to Taco Bell Wi-Fi stream? Like, nobody. Why? Because I've been there. It's 2 viewers. It's me and his mom. Like, I don't know. But, like, he slaps him.
Not his mom, man. You really did that, man.
She's a lovely lady, okay? She is lovely. I've never met her. But, like, right? Like, Taco Bell Wi-Fi is nuts good at this game. And no one has ever popped into a stream, ever. I would hard argue that no one in this chat, you guys, nobody's been to a stream.
I didn't even know he streamed.
Right.
Honestly, I know who he is. Obviously, like, I'm very familiar with. He's a very good player. He was like Karma reroll.
So freaking good.
Yeah, he's very, very good. I didn't even know he streamed. I'm about to follow him too.
I think he only streams the big events, and like maybe once or twice. Like, he streams very rarely, and only, you know, obviously all the big events, and then like, I don't know, 10 other times type deal. But it's like, nobody would know. Nobody's ever followed him. He's probably got like 80 followers. Maybe. I don't even know if the guy's like, I don't even know if he hit the 50 threshold when I followed him. Like, I don't know if he was affiliate. Like, what? This man's so freaking good at TFT, and nobody's ever given him a look. Like, how?
Great.
Yeah. That's my big rant on it. I hate it. But full agreed that the streamers, the big name streamers, are better than somebody who doesn't stream big. And that needs to change.
Agreed.
Whew. Long-winded. I like that one. Good stuff, Skip. Do we have anything else? I don't know if you guys pulled something or hanging out. I thought I saw another one, but I was too hype about that one to pull them.
Who's going to be the first person that all these Aegis people are losing to Casper. He's got a bounty now. I want to put a bounty the first Aegis player who's going to take down Casper.
Has anybody beat Casper? Keen's Shy Guy?
Keen's already beat Casper.
Did he?
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
There's the Q and the A.
Yeah,
Big bro,
I'm
man.
02. Crazy Bear, are you 01 or have you seen him before?
I'm 01.
01?
Yeah.
02?
It should have been 1-0, man.
Did you see him? Jojo, have you come across Casper?
No, I haven't. Okay. But when I do, I'm gonna pop my stream on just for that, and I'm taking him down so I can join that list of Aegis players that have taken down Casper. And if I don't, I'm blaming my forearms.
There it is. He is the real deal, though. Like, shout out to Casper. Like, you can tell just watching his game. Holy cow, he deserves every LP he has. He's so freaking good. Like, because in the games that I was with him, full focus mode. Like, normally I'm answering DMs, I'm maybe watching anime. Pete roasted me because I'm trying to catch up on One Piece. I'm like trying to catch up on One Piece. I'm like, I'll hit plat eventually. All right, I got One Piece on the second monitor. I got TFT going on this one. If I hit my units, I'm watching One Piece. Like, I'm sliding on over. But no, for the Casper lobbies, I'm like, shut everything off. Like, I am full focus mode on this game. Still getting slapped. So good at this game. It's incredible.
Typical Jax player watching One Piece. That's all I'm gonna say. Doing something else while playing the game. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's right, man. That's right. Wait, Jojo, do you do anything else while you're playing the game, or do you just play the game?
And I try not. I really try not to even listen to music. And if it is, it's like ambient, chill. Like it's hard. I'm trying to get better at playing on stream. So that's like it's difficult because when I'm trying to climb, I'm like that. I want to like focus in. And I want to have no distractions. I want to know that if I lost the game, I lost because of me, and if I won because of me and nothing else. But yeah, I try not to. I really try to just like shut everything else out and focus, which is the first time I think that I have. Like previous sets, no, I'd be. I remember one of the podcasts someone said, I think it might have been Crazy Pete. I might be remembering the person, but you guys were like, oh, he's probably playing a game right now. And he was like, I am. And he was also like in the chat while he was like playing a game. It was when the AML was going on.
Pete, interesting. So you were doing something while playing TFT. Interesting, Pete.
Pete. It might have not have been him, but it was definitely like what, like you guys had said something about him, like, oh, he's definitely on the ladder now. I think he or she just got eliminated, and you were like, I know that person is still grinding. He was like, yeah, I am. Like, like in the chat. I try not to have anything open, even accomplished. I've had like the accomplished. When I have accomplished open and I'm looking at it, I play much worse. Agreed. I need to like put all of me just into, and I work with a coach. Shout out to Lytic. He was like, I think top 3 in EU at the end of 7.5. Like I work with Lytic, and he's amazing, and he knows my personality. He knows that he can kind of yell at me. So like any mistake I made, he's like, you're not focused, and I'm like, fuck, you're right. Like I'm not focused. Like, damn, he's calling me out on this, right? Like. Or he'll say, you lack challenger precision. And I'm like, he's right. I do lack challenger precision. You know what I mean? It's like, but working with such a high level coach when I play, it's given me a different mentality when I play. I really try to put everything into, and that's when I know it's time for me to take a break, is when I start to kind of futz around with all the other things. I'm like, yeah, I gotta. I'm not focused right now. I'm lacking challenger precision.
For sure.
Well said.
Yeah, I mean, I think that goes to a bigger point as well. Is like, everybody needs a coach. Everyone needs a coach. Like, I don't care who you are. Like, you need a coach. Like, Scipius has a coach. He won the Golden Spatula. Has a coach. Pete has a coach. Like, Jojo has a coach. I have a coach. It's Pete. It's me. So like, everybody needs a coach. You just have to have it. It's like, because they see things that you don't, and then call you out on your crap. Like, if you're doing something that's wrong, they're gonna call you out on it. It's the way it is. And it has to be that way. So full agree, Jojo Karate.
Agree.
We got one last question, and then we'll call it a day here. What does everybody want to coach? Me, no cap. Ramen. No, you're way too good for me. Anyways, CLE over here, till I die TFT. How do I get hot like JoJo Karate?
That is natural, God-given, like straight up beauty. You can't get hot like him. That's inherited because he's an amazing person. So
I think I have an answer for this. I really do. I truly think it's the beanie, the beard, and the cutoff. If you're not wearing a cutoff, the cutoff's like that third tier, right? If you're not wearing the tank top, if you're not wearing that, it's got to be a robe.
See, I don't.
Beanie,
I don't know.
Beard, robe, set.
That's
it. Welcome to the hot man.
I feel like JoJo could just make anything look good though. Like, yes, he's wearing beanie, beard, robe, but like he could come up here in like freaking suit and still look good as hell, you know? Like,
I'm wearing a suit next stream.
Do you have a custom suit?
Okay.
Yeah, I work for an IT company, which gives me the ability to like work remote and play as much TFT. I'm very blessed.
Yes,
I have I work for from home, but I was going into the company I work for is right on Wall Street in New York, so I was like a suit every day. So I got plenty of suits back there.
He got them custom tailored suits out here.
Yeah,
listen, man,
he's gonna come onto the analyst desk looking fine as hell.
Wait, Pete, do you have a suit?
No, I threw it away. I hate suits. Dude, I hate suits. They're the worst.
They are the worst. I agree. Suits are the worst.
I hate suits. Man, I'll come like, I don't even want to wear a white shirt and tie, man. Like, I'm as casual as it gets. I'm just...
the only suit I have is from my wedding. I do not fit in that suit anymore. I don't fit in there. This man went from personal trainer, group fitness instructor, like I'm slamming it, to tournament organizer. I sit in this chair all day long. I ain't going nowhere. So yeah, we don't fit in that suit no more. My shoulders still fit. That's about it.
There you go.
Just wear a suit from just what we can see. Just cut off that top part and don't move from the chair. Just
I'm gonna have to I'll roll it up so it's like here, and then I'm just like, all you see is this. But the suit's just rolled on up, so it's like I'm good to go. I'm looking fresh. That's funny. Good stuff. All right, we've gone way too long. We'll slide on out of this, get into the outro. The Miami shout outs. Pete, what you got to shout out, man?
Again, submit some applications to join Team Ambition. Show some ambition and read for once when you're filling it out. See if it's a good fit for you. They're looking to round out their TFT team for this set. I would say Aegis, for sure. You guys will kill it. It's always fun to be part of your guys' stuff. And super grateful for HoneyBear, Lawrence, and all the staff, Yui and E-Pots. I could keep going and name every name, but they know they're loved. They do a great job, and I'm grateful for you guys throwing these things together. So, yeah.
Appreciate it. Jojo, any shout-outs?
Yeah, I got to shout out Saint. I got to shout out. He's the homie. You guys remember when you saw someone was subbed for like 17 years? That was Saint the kid. I got to shout him out. I got to shout out all the people. I'm looking at the viewers. There's people, Micro, Semosaurus Rex, all the homies and people that are always in here. It's makes me so happy to see them here in the viewing this. And then everyone else that doesn't usually hop in, like the Aegis community, shout out to everyone. It's just really, really cool to be a part of this. It really feels like something special, and it feels like it's only gonna grow. So keep doing this, and yeah, it's just really, really cool to be here. So shout out to everyone that's watching. Shout out to my homies that are in here supporting me and this, and it's been awesome. For sure. Yeah, absolutely. If you guys are not a part of all things Aegis, make sure you pop on in there. We'll be hanging out. We hang out in the Discord. We hang out basically everywhere, trying to spread the TFT love.
So make sure you guys are in there. If you guys are watching the podcast on any other platform, shout out to last week's podcast. Lawrence actually left before he could get the thumbnail up. So that podcast never made it to the YouTubes. It'll be up there. We'll probably upload it the exact same time we upload this one. So if you missed last week live, it'll be there. Lawrence just got to get his way back from Summit and find a computer. So hopefully he gets back here. Yeah, thanks so much. Guys, make sure you tune in to not just us, but all things Aegis for this week. We'll be doing the charity event all week. So you'll be seeing a lot of different games. There's going to be a lot of fun stuff. If you want to get involved with that, make sure you follow us on all our socials and see if you can get involved with that. There's going to be a lot of cool things that are going to be happening, plus raising money for an extremely good cause. So make sure you guys are a part of that. But without further ado, thanks so much for being here, everybody. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. We'll be live every single Sunday, sometime around 8 o'clock EST, 7, 9, sometime around there. We don't have a set time just because it's changing. It's changing. Who knows when ACL is going to be over? Who knows when snowboarding is going to be done? Nobody knows. So
no one knows.
Be in the Discord. Check us out. I'll always add everybody when we're going live. And you can just follow the stream. We'll be live then. But thank you so much. Thanks for everybody who is here. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. We'll see you guys next Sunday. Peace out, everybody.
Later.